Hi again, and welcome back to Wingot Plays Nomifactory. Apologies that there has been a lack of videos in the last few weeks. I have just been far too busy to keep up with the channel, and I strongly apologize. Also, just as we start, I'd like to apologize for the terrible graphical quality in this particular video. I had just upgraded the monitor to HDR and didn't realize that it was recording really strangely. Thank you for watching, and it will all be improved by the next video. Hello again, and welcome back to Wingot Plays Nomifactory. Since last episode, I've just plugged in the neodymium and hydrogen into our fusion reactor. I've connected up the power cables, and we've got it running, making europium. I've also set up this little setup there, currently got it disabled, but basically europium goes into the tank, gets pulled out here into the elite fluid solidifier, and I took a pretty good look, and as far as I can tell, the only thing europium is actually used for is europium plates. So I've made a single stack drawer plus the europium plates here, so we've got 2 stacks of europium plates sitting there, which I think is pretty much everything we need to use those. But the europium is still being produced here, and we can always turn this back on. All I've done is set that side to disabled. We can always turn this back on to get more europium plates, or alternatively we can swap that out for an ingot cast if, for example, for some reason we did actually need that. But as I say, I've had a decent look through JEI, and I can't see any reason why we need europium other than the plates. That said, I've had a little bit of a further look, and the Fusion Reactor Mark II, we're locked off because we need to do the 4th and final Tier 6 circuit. If we take a look here, the 4th and final Tier 6 circuit requires wetware, the Tier 6 microminer, and the advanced system on a chip. So that's, and the ZPM assembling machine. Yeah. And so that's something that has a bit of work behind it. But what we have done, because we've got europium ingots, that's given us access to basic fusion injectors. Except for the draconic cores actually require us to get an empowerer set up. The empowerer is something that I'd been putting off back here in the mid-game chapter because, frankly, this empowerer is quite slow. It even says right there, this thing's a bit of a pain, it's slow, takes a lot of space, and it's cumbersome to automate. You'll get access to the crafting core after you get Draconium. And so that's very much the plan. The plan today is to set up an empowerer and do the bare minimum crafts, probably manually, to get us set up at our next tier of automation, effectively, to get the Draconic setup going. But to start with, I don't remember if I never did teach the system how to make the empowerer, so let's take a look here. It's just going to take some tungsten carbide plates, display stands, and Inori crystal blocks. So we've actually got everything except the display stands, which I have also not taught the system how to make. It's probably easiest just to teach the system how to make those, because we are going to need 5 of them. So vibrant alloy plates, are those the ones that need? No, sorry, that's just vibrant alloy. Dark steel rods, aluminium casing. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so we're short on the vibrant alloy plates. That's actually pretty easy to make, so let's just make 20 of those go. This makes 1 each, fine. It's already finished. Good. That's 2, and then we need some dark steel rods as well. Let's make 10 of those. 10 won't be enough. We need 2 more. Perfect. And there we go. There's all of our display stands, and then we just need the empowerer itself. Good. And then we'll take back out the display stands. Perfect. Because what we need to do is we need to set up 1, 2, 3, I don't think this positioning is actually correct. I think it needs to be one further out. I think there's meant to be a 2 gap there. But we will give it a try, because I don't 100% remember. Let's take a look. What energy conduit do we have here? Signal. Good. So we can do this. And let's set it up like this, just in case we do need to move it. Cool. So for the empowerer, you need to actually power all of the display stands, not the empowerer, and then you put the various items onto the stands. So let's have a look. We've made the empowerer. Good. The next step is we need to go over here and make the Draconic core. So Draconic core looks actually pretty easy. Let's go teach our system how to make the Draconic core. Perfect. So that can go there. We haven't taught it previously, we know. We've got plenty of Draconian, good. So this can go into there. And the thing we're going to be missing is that block in the middle. Yeah, we need the empowered palace crystal block. That's what we're missing. So empowered palace crystal block. What I might do is I think I'm going to grab a processing recipe to make that. And so you can see here that you've got the empowerer recipe. So we need to put a palace crystal block in this on that centerpiece with a mana infused ingot, sapphire, elite component, and water cell on the display stands around it. There is also the combination crafting setup, which uses all of the same recipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that recipe. I'll grab a crate and an interface so that we can set up basically a pseudo automation for this. Let's just put it here. Crate can go there, and then that gets to go there. Perfect. So now if we tell it to make empowered, which it won't be able to because we need to do water cells, fine, then it'll dump into that crate and we can manually place them on the pedestals there. But what we can do, that was just water, wasn't it? Fluid tank, water. Okay, what I'm going to do, it doesn't know how to make empty cells. It does not. Okay. Empty cells extruder with a cell. Cell mold. Nope. Extruder shaped cell. Okay, fine. I want one of these, so we need wire cutters. There. Good. Now, the question is, can our extruder set up over here take another input bus? Compressors, wire mills, the lathe extruders. So, we do have an unused input bus there. Okay, fine. So then I want an interface and a fluix cable, because I'm going to set this one up like so, and this is going to be cell. Where is, I thought I had an anvil around here. Okay. Oh, right there, right behind me. So it was cell, wasn't it? Yep. I don't have any levels on me. Out there. Good, give me 10 levels, that'll do. Perfect. So, extruder PA cell. Perfect. So that can go there with that, and then that gets the empty cell, and then we just need to plug this water cell in on over in the void. We can go down here and utilize, over here we've got this tank full of water, and so we can use that same one. It previously was making water buckets, it can also make water cells now. So if we tell it to make 100 of those, needs iron plates, easy, good, and then that, perfect. And they'll slowly refill. I think it's got a nuclear med water, yeah, water source underneath it. Ooh, let's see, do we have a better water source? We've got a dense, hell, we've got a compact. Let's use, oh, no, dense is actually the better one. Okay, good. So let's replace that with that. There we go. That should heavily speed up the rate that this is filling. Yeah, perfect. So it'll take time, but it should have more, there you go, plenty of water cells for what we were trying to make. So Draconic, let's say we want to make 10 of those. Actually, let's take it a step back. We want to make the empowered lapis, which uses 10 water cells, perfect. And then everything else that it's going to require is either available or can easily be made. Palace crystal blocks. I don't know that that's fully automated at the moment, so let's go have a look. Because it's quite possible that in here it drops the palace. There we go, but the system doesn't know to pick it up. Perfect, that should work. Got the water cells, making the empowered, right. And so now what it's done is it has dumped all of those into this crate here, perfect. And let's clear out our inventory a little bit because we are going to need, so the empowered, the palace crystal block goes onto the middle here, and then these others all get those, and it's not going to run, so yeah, my placement's incorrect, so let's fix that. Move these out of the way. So the empower needs to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cool. That's why I put the cable out where I did, because I suspected that was going to be a problem. Now let's grab that. We clean all of this up. There we go, good. Signalum can go here and there. Perfect, so that should get everything powered, and then move you out of the way, put you back. We can do this. Good, so we've got the elite component already there, so we just need these other 3, and there you go, it's running. Let me just grab my Yeta wrench again so that I can clean this up. And you can see it does seem to be rather slow while it's doing this. One of the issues is feeding the power into these. The display stands are basically just extremely slow for accepting power. I think, yeah, you can improve it by adding an extra side. Perfect. And then that's done, and we get our first empowered palace crystal block. But in order to get all of these, we're going to need to repeatedly do this process. Now, so that gets used to make the Draconic core, which is what we're currently working on. So let's take this back a step. Draconic core, go. Boom. Draconic core. Cool. And so that should then allow us to make the basic fusion crafting injectors, but we're going to need 2 Draconic cores for each of these. And then let's take a look. The fusion crafting core is also going to need a Draconic core. So because this particular setup is a little annoying, how about we take a quick look to see what combination crafting is like. Edge X crafting. There we go, good. So we're going to need the pedestals, which is just elite components and pedestals. That's pretty easy. And then we want the combination package crafter. There we go, crafting core, which is from Craft Week, right? So that looks rather simple. Let's give this a quick go. Okay, so we want a crafting core. We need black steel plates, 4 of those. Perfect. We want right, we need elite catalyst. Give me 1 of those. We've already got 2 components there, perfect. And then we need Draconian energy conduit. Okay, let's have a look at this, because that is new. That's probably just going to use the superconductor wire that we've made in the previous episode, yes. Draconian wire, actually. It doesn't even need superconductor. Perfect, okay. Let's teach you how to make that, and then you'll be done. And then the upgrade for that is going to be superconductor energy. Perfect. So we've already automated superconductor wire, so might as well teach the system to make that while we're at it. And then the next tier above that will actually require our fusion crafting. Actually, no, that's just draconic solar panels. So superconductor energy conduit appears to be the highest tier of energy conduit. Perfect. So let's pop over here, put these away. There we go. So we need some of that. Perfect. We might want to change that drawer that's making our draconian wires so that it stores more than that. Okay, but in the meantime, we've got draconium energy conduit. Perfect. Which is a component to make our upgraded empowerer there, crafting core. Which didn't go ding ding ding. Now let's just clean all of this up, because I think we're going to get away with not needing the display stands and stuff again. At least until we can set up the pedestal. So we've got the crafting core. The crafting core is also going to need pedestals. So let's have a quick look here. Okay, so all of the recipes only have 4 components. So in like Enigmatica 2 Expert, there's recipes that need 16 or 20 or something components, whereas it looks like it's rather simple here. So we just need to make some pedestals. Let me grab 4 of those. Perfect, and then what's it need in the middle there? Red steel. Which you do know how to make blocks, so let's just go. Come on, it's void crystal blocks. Oh, which, again, I just haven't taught this system to pick those up. Perfect. Oh, while we're at it, let's cancel this crafting job. We'll put all of these back into the system though, and that'll allow it to craft them once we get our crafting core set up running. Put away the display stands. They are only used to make the empowerer, so yes, don't need those at the moment. Red steel. Is it slow to craft, or have I screwed something up? Oh, it's a blast furnace recipe. "30 seconds. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's running. just takes a while. Now, I don't think we've got red steel automated. Yeah, I think that's an on-demand recipe over in the Void world. So, the question is it worth automating that? It's used for the pedestals, and that might be the only thing it's used for. Exotic materials catalyst. Well, when we get to that, we're going to have a lot of things that we're going to be working on. Yeah, I'm not 100% that it's useful to actually passively automate that one at the time being. Yeah, okay, cool. So we just need to wait on those to be crafted then. That's nice and easy. Now, meanwhile, so 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure this one will be able to separate how I tried to do the Empower originally. So let's grab our energy conduit again. 524,000. Okay, and the thing we're trying to make is empowered lapis. Empowered palace, right? So this recipe takes 400,000 FE per tick. And that doesn't even tell you how much it can do. In fact, it doesn't even tell you how much it consumes, but presumably it's the same amount as here. But yes, 400,000 FE per tick. This conduit can do over 400,000. Perfect. So now for this particular setup device, you need to feed power into the crafting core, not into the pedestals. So let's see, red steel, we're up to 3, perfect, we're almost there. 1, 2. Stored 1, crafting 8, okay, good. So then empowered Inori, fusion machine casing, ender crystals, European plates. Yeah, I think at that point we will actually be done, and it's just a matter of setting up these Draconian cores. Well, setting up this empowered. And I do notice, yep, so that one has to be done in this crafting core. It can't be done in a fusion crafting injector. So we will need to set up that automation properly, but for now let's just tell it to make the empowered diamantine. Let's say we want actually, how do I want to set this up? Actually, yes, let's do this. Let's grab item conduits. I'll set this up better later on, but for now, this should work. Show me the red steel. Wow, still going. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab item filters. And all of them are going to be the same thing, where a palace crystal block gets to go here on a whitelist, and then all of the rest of these get to be a blacklist for that. Perfect. And then that should be able to go there, blacklist for that. Perfect. Now, insert on brown over here, insert on brown, extract on black, take it back to the system. Good. Insert brown. How are you going? Good. Give me 2 more oh my gosh, what was that? Black steel plate, easy. Good, give me 2 of those. Perfect. It gave me 16. More than enough. Okay, now, so that gets that, and finally that gets that. Good, now we just need to connect this to here. This can extract on brown, and no recipe found. So it's detecting 4 pedestals. Oh. That's... Okay, what I'm going to need to do is change this so that it's in blocking mode. Let's grab all of these again. How do I grab that back? I don't know if I can. Okay, so water cell, minor infused ingot. We've already got the sapphire on the pedestal. We need the elite component. Fine. 1, 2, 3. What happened there? Why is that not running? Oh, because I've taken something off of there, haven't I? Sapphire. Perfect. And that's, there you go. It's already finished. That's how quickly that's running down. Perfect. Now we just need to set this one up to insert. Nope. That shouldn't be extracting at all. That can insert on black. Perfect. And then it gets that back. We've got one complete. Perfect. So what happened to all the components? I didn't put them away, did I? Oops. Oh, I did. They're all available in the system. Perfect. So we want to make 19 go. And it should only put 1 lot at a time into there. Refill, and there you go. Much, much quicker than the Empowerer setup was, and obviously automated as well. Perfect. So one of those crosses is going to screw up. That's fine. I'm not 100% if this process is still actually working, because that has been running for a very long time. But that hasn't broken, has it? Oh, it's short. Somehow I wound up short with the Palace Crystal in the middle there. Let's have a look. Crafting empowered Palace Crystal block. It probably has screwed up because it had the 2 recipes there, the 2 requests. Let's clear all of this out, and we'll have a quick. We've got 8. Because I did tell it to make 20. Also, okay. I need an item filter. You here. So we need Palace Crystal block. Good. Now let's go back here, make empowered, and make 12 in total. Good, you've still got everything you need. That should just work. You, blacklist. Perfect. I think something's happening with the Palace Crystal blocks. Yeah, like it's like it's voiding them or something. Or it's somehow putting them back into itself. Like maybe it's placing it onto that pedestal and then that pedestal's pushing back into the interface. Actually, let's give that a test. So this interface can go over here, at which point it no longer has access to that pedestal. So that should hopefully fix that. Now, in the meantime, we can let's make another 9 of those. Perfect, good. Now we should be able to put these 2 away. I want these back in my hand. In fact, I don't think I need to be carrying the rice bread at all times. And I noticed that draw key is there, so this can go away. Good, so we've got the Draconic cores at least, so now we just need to make these basic fusion injectors. We're going to need 8 of those, so we're going to need another 6 of those plus 1, I think, for the crafting core. So let's pop here. We want the fusion injector. Good, basic fusion crafting injector. I'm out of patterns, but no, I'm not. I've got 1,000. So that's that. We also are going to need the what's it called, fusion crafting core. Yeah, fusion crafting core. Perfect. Which needs some nether star, which needs lapis lazuli blocks. Easy. Make 100. Go. Perfect. Now the question is, there we go. So here you want that and basic fusion crafting injector. Fusion crafting injector. We need 8 of these. Go. Okay, we shorten Enderman heads, empowered Anori crystal blocks. Wood. Okay. And fusion machine casings. Okay. Empowered Anori crystal blocks should be easy because that can just go there, and then we just need to tell over here that Anori crystal blocks are whitelisted and blacklisted. Give me that back. There you go. Good, and then we should be able to just put that there, and Nori, empowered Nori, make 10 of those. Helium and apatite. Okay. Apatite. I don't have a source for that at the moment. Helium. I think we might have helium. We do, we've got 64k of it, so that can easily be set up if alright, that will work. You give me a tank. This tank can, I don't really want to use this area. Okay, I think we can put it over here. Tank there. A fluid conduit here. No, it doesn't even need a fluid conduit, does it? It needs a ME interface. Interesting that those don't have power. What's going on? Oh, I see. We just need to extend this power line along here. Good. So, what I'm going to need to do, yes, so interface back there, but this is also going to need a fluid interface because, yeah. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to knock out this bit here as well. Then we can put a fluid interface or storage bus. I think we want a fluid interface, which will then go here, and then that can export helium. Good. We need a flux cable. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. A flux cable there, and then we need a conduit throughout the back line here, and we can then, let's just delete that bit. Then we can go into the back here, and it might as well just connect up here. That didn't work. There we go. Perfect. So that will get us helium in there. This can extract from the top side. Good, it's filling with helium. And then we just need an interface on the back here. Yeah, on the back here. And that interface is going to be set to create the helium, whatever it is. Good. What am I trying to make? Helium cells. So for now, let's just grab. Actually, let's teach it to make it. So you. Helium. Hang on, it's a helium cell that I need, isn't it? Helium cell. Good. Okay, good. No, let's just teach it to do one at a time. Good. So then that can go into there, and we should be able to tell it to make helium cells. I want you to make 10, go. They will go into there, they will fill up, and then we can push to there. Push, pull. Ah, there you go, good. So then we should be getting the helium cells in the system, perfect. And then those helium cells plus apatite. So at the moment, any apatite that we get is actually coming out as crushed and then being used to make, I think it's sulfuric acid. So what I'm going to need to do, I think, basically between episodes, is set up a system that makes us it's at least 64, maybe a full stack of a full draw of the apatite in crystal form. Yeah. So that we have, or at least available in dust form, so it doesn't all get used up. So that we have a source and can make the empowered Inori crystal blocks. That said, the question is how much we actually need them. If all we need them for is Basic Fusion Crafting Injectors, then maybe we just manually get like 9 apatite processed through. And that's probably the easier way. Now, let's quickly do this. So, apatite. Apatite, I forget every time what it comes from. I think it comes over here. It's one of the rocket missions. There. it's the tier 1 gem. Yeah, okay. So tier 1 gemstone. 3, 2, 1. Tier 1 gems. Perfect. So I want you to do that. And then as soon as that's done, it'll get us some apatite ore, which I can then pull out of the system. But as quick as it can go, it will have probably dumped those out to here. Perfect. So apatite ore, if we then just smelt that, I'm sure, yeah, then we'll get actual apatite. So let's just do that manually. The question is, where do I have a furnace? Well, there's a whole multi-smelter over here. This guy. Yep. So let's just throw those into there. Good. And then it's already done. Good. So now we should be able to make the powered Inori crystal blocks. We need, well, we're actually going to need 9. So let's do that. Actually, I think we might need 10. Perfect. So that should be working. Why is it failing? No recipe found. Oh, because I didn't set this to blocking mode. Yeah. Okay, let's clean that up. Perfect. There we go, good. Good, if we cancel these recipes, then, in fact, I'm also going to cancel this, although I do note that that chrome dust seems to be decreased. So I think this is working, it's just slowly, there you go, it's just slowly working in the background, so I'm actually not going to cancel that. Now, let's do 10 of that, perfect. So this should, yeah, do one at a time. And it's not set to input. You insert on black. Nope, not extract, it's insert on black. Perfect. And I'm pretty sure that's working now with the crystal block. So I think it was doing that. I think it was occasionally outputting the crystal block to the pedestal, and the pedestal has a setting where it automatically pushes to any adjacent inventories. So, perfect. We've got empowered. Having said that, it does look like it just screwed up on the very last one. You, Inori. Give me one of those. There. There. Perfect. So we've got 10 empowered. Awesome. So at this point we have Draconic cores automated. We've got enough to make our 10 basic fusion crafting. So let's tell it how to make those for me. Okay, there's still a couple of issues with it. The Enderman heads is easy. All we need to do is go over to this guy here and tell it to extract until you've got, let's say 256. Perfect. Cool. And then it'll just pull Enderman heads out of here and it'll refill them. Very easy. In fact, it's probably... Okay, it's still extracting. But that'll sort itself out. We then just need to get the fusion machine casing up and running before we can get this done. Now the question is, how difficult is that? Tungsten steel plate, LUV machine casing. Arguably, we actually already have everything we need. So let's go here. And I'm just going to double check. Yeah, that's no fluid. Perfect. So that's just a random assembly. So we can throw it anywhere here. Let's go into that one. Perfect. So, good. Let's make those. At which point we will have gone from not even having the Empowerer all the way to having the Basic Fusion Crafting core up and running in just the one episode. It looks like it's just going to be a bit slow because we're having to wait on these vibrant crystals being made and ender crystals, but which I think is happening out here. Yep. That's going through here, and I think the slow point is actually feeding the XP into here. So let's, okay, you don't need to touch there at all. Perfect. You extract, you insert. Okay, that's got a lot faster. So what we can do is we can move this conduit to the back there. Perfect. And that's already octadic. So I could get a compressed octadic in there, but I think for now this is doing an adequate job. It's just got so many crafts to do. But we've got our basic crafting fusion injectors coming along, and we just need 4 more, and this quest will be actually done. Make more than 8, make 34. Ten injectors of the appropriate tier. Yeah, okay, cool. For now, we'll just make the minimum that we need there. I do note that that's running low, but it is being fed, so it's just a matter of time for that to refill. We're just using it faster than it can extract from this overworldian matter. Perfect. And I think one more, and that quest will be done. Perfect. Awesome. Now, it's been a little bit of a long episode, so I think we will have to actually get this set up in the next episode. But for the time being, very happy with that progress. Thank you for watching. Stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.